If you would notice, with Z-scores, I have both positive and negative Z-scores. We'll start out with the first Z-score of 0.14. It came from a score of 65.98, which was slightly higher than the mean. This small positive score indicates that it was both higher than the mean, but just barely. If you look, okay. If you go to 0.77, that score 7832 was even higher than the previous score. It indicates that it was significantly more higher than 65.98, or it was significantly farther from the mean than 65.98 was. Conversely, we'll start off with 55. He had a Z-score of negative 4.3. That indicated that it was less than the mean. The score of 50.35 had a negative 67 score, which was less than the mean, and it was even further away from the mean than the previous score was. Now, I put my Z-scores on my presentation because it sets it up for the percentage calculation. That's the first way we're going to look at these scores. The way you calculate the percentage calculation is to, first of all, it's the number that represents the area between the mean and the first standard deviation. If the Z is positive, you add the indicated number to 50. If the Z is negative, you subtract the indicated number from 50. All right, let's take our first example. The reading score of 80.76 had a Z-score of 0.90. And when you refer to your Z-table chart, 0.90 Z-score has a percentage of 31.57. So that would be located approximately right here on the table. All right, 31.59. Well, since 90 was a positive, 31.59 is added to 50. So that will give us 81.59. That means that 81.59% of the scores fell below the score of 80.76. The next example is a reading score of 54.87, had a Z-score of negative 0.43. Now, when referring to the chart, we don't have a negative indicator, so when I found it is at negative 4.3 is approximately here. That's 16.64% between that number and the mean, which means since it's negative, you subtract 16.64 from 50, and that will give you 33.36%. That means that 33.6% of the scores fell below the score of 54.88 in this distribution.